Let's get a check of the forecast now with Storm Team 44 meteorologist going to consult. Gunnar, what's next for the tri-state?
Yeah, so right now we're just taking a look at some of our cameras. Owensboro isn't loading, but that's not anything to do with Helene, just hasn't been working lately. Right now we are looking at the US 41 Lloyd Expressway camera. You can see that we have pretty gusty conditions. The tower camera is shaking a little bit, and the American flag behind me is blowing, and you can't quite tell, but I know the direction this camera is facing. It's facing the east, which means that our winds are blowing into the camera, which means our winds are west to east, perfectly aligned with the motion of the storm. And we are expecting winds to kind of be shifting all over the place in the next coming days as the remnants of Helene linger and spin out over the tri-state. So right now we have post-tropical cyclone Helene. That means that it no longer has any tropical characteristics, meaning there's no defined eye. There also isn't a warm core, but now it's transitioned to a cold core low pressure. And also it's just a lot more disorganized. The rain is no longer wrapped around the low. So now we're not so much concerned with where the low pressure is, because now we can see that all of the rain has been dislodged from it. So that's what we can expect moving forward as we go from hurricane, tropical storm, tropical depression, post-tropical cyclone. Things are just going to get more disorganized. Things are going to start moving slower, which means that even though things are going to be moving, things will actually start to be a little sluggish and spin about. So with that being said, we're going to go to around 7 o'clock tonight. This is where we'll see continuous rain falling. And even though the rains are pushing towards the west, they should clear out of the tri-state, right? Well, except for the fact that now we have the rain wrapping back around it. So we're kind of going to be caught in this washing machine effect where the rain pushes out towards the west, comes back under us, then comes back from the east. And that's going to continue to happen through the rest of the week because the low pressure, the post-tropical cyclone center, is going to sit basically over the tri-state. It's quite a coincidence that we have seen landfall of Helene on the Nature Coast where I'm from, and Helene is where it will basically just spin off and die off and fade out of existence. So we'll see showers through the rest of the day tomorrow. Things will be tapering off through our Saturday night. But even though the rain chances don't look quite as robust for our Sunday, we'll still be seeing cloud cover as well. We are going to be seeing the low pressure basically fade out of existence by Sunday. That's when I expect the center of Helene to no longer be mapped and charted on a map because it will be indiscernible from the rest of the pressures across the country. Now, looking at wind gusts, we already see 40 miles per hour. We can see wind gusts get even stronger throughout the rest of the night. I expect peak wind gusts to be around 6 o'clock tonight. So we're getting close to the peak. Now, for reference, we were expecting the maximum to be around 40 to 50 miles per hour. Let me show you this map again. 40 miles per hour is the maximum here. So I would pretty much say that this is a pretty good forecast from Storm Team 44 because we don't see those 40s just as far south where we're seeing that 30 to 40 range. So things are pretty much on par with where we're expecting them to be. Flood watch expires tomorrow morning. The high wind warning in the yellow expires tomorrow morning. And then the wind advisory. It looks like Du Bois County is alone in here, but every county not in the high wind warning, which is every other county that's green, is also in that wind advisory. That expires at tomorrow morning as well. So things are going to be in better shape tomorrow, even though it's going to be showery and breezy. The winds and the heaviest of the rains will be done for. But those clouds and rain showers, like I said, going to linger through our Monday, but then feeling eerily fall-like midweek next week.